by God and the angels. God marries the martyr to 72 virgins. Those virgins are of such stunning beauty that cannot even be described. There are rivers of different kinds: milk, non-alcoholic wine, and holy water. There are many things in paradise. It is enough to say that the possessions of the most powerful king in this world can only match those of the poorest man in paradise.
Now, here's a picture of an old lady. She has a hole in her head. Did she come to kill you?
When she voted for Sharon, or any other Israeli leader to represent Israel, she voted for him to kill Arabs, to kill Palestinians. So quite simply, she indirectly aimed to kill me. Why else would I target her? I don't even know who she is.
How do you know she voted for Sharon? Perhaps she voted against Sharon.
Israeli fighter jets make no distinction between young and old, between civilians and military. Why do you not ask them this question? Why do you only ask me this question and remain silent when it's the Jews?
Israel usually responds to a successful suicide mission by destroying the house of the bomber. Arab charities respond by sending the family up to $25,000 in cash.
The martyr knows that his house might be destroyed. His family left homeless. But Allah promised us that every martyr atones for 70 members of his family to enter paradise. So they've lost nothing. They might lose a house or money, but that can all be replaced. It's worth destroying all the houses to achieve freedom for Palestine. It's worth destroying all the buildings, all the institutions, and all the firms to liberate Palestine from the Jews. Even 1 meter of Palestine.
Their houses might be demolished, their brothers arrested, so what? As for myself, 6 of my brothers are in prison. This really motivates me to blow up another 20 buses for my brothers, for my compatriots.
Most Palestinian suicide bombers are teenagers. The suspicion is that the older, stronger, more determined political activists manipulate the younger, weaker, and more impressionable teenagers. The next bomber I met gave me an insight into the type of individuals the recruiters are looking for. Unlike Mohammed, this 18-year-old left me in no doubt he would have pressed the button.
My name is Amir Mohammed Anas Yardat. I come from just outside Jenin. I have 8 brothers and 2 sisters. I wanted to conduct a martyr operation, but there was no luck for me. I made my decision, but God did not accept it. God did not choose for me to become a martyr. It was not written that I would die. It was written that I would live.
Amir had entered Israel in a car loaded with hundreds of kilos of high explosives, but was spotted by the Israeli police before he could reach his target. They gave chase. Amir escaped and returned home. A few days later, his family, fearful of Israeli retaliation, persuaded him to give himself up.
After the operation failed, I lost my appetite for everything in life. Life seemed empty. I was broken and full of despair. Also, my family pressured me a lot to surrender. I saw them next to me crying. That is why I gave myself up.
Amir readily admits he did just as he was told by those organizing his mission.
They wrote the paper and I read it. It was about the situation in Palestine. It said they kill old people and little children. And as they kill, we will kill. That's what was written in the paper, that they kill children and young people. And I read it.
So they weren't your words in your statement, they were someone else's words.
The paper had already been prepared and I read it. It was their words, not mine. Of course they choose the target. They know about this. I don't know anything. They probably had an area in mind. They told me to drive next to a bus, overtake it, move in close.